It's Louis here, hope you're all well. We're looking at Bitcoin today. We're starting off with this clear chart, but just to remind you what we were speaking about in last week's update, we was talking about the W pattern on the daily time frame. And on the weekly, when we zoom out, we can actually see this taking shape. However, I am not bullish until we're taking out this wick over here. So this double bottom means we could be coming towards this, and that's why I've updated you guys on Twitter telling you that this 17.6k wick here all the way until 18.6k is a resistance, and we can see this wick over here as well at 18.39. well, let me just check. The high is 18.373, so $18,373 is the high of this wick. We need to see that taken out. And now if we go over here, looking at the EMAs, we can see we're still under the 20 EMA. For me, as long as we're below this, I'm expecting continuation lower. Right now, we are seeing on the smaller time frames like the daily and even potentially on the weekly now, we could be trying to fill in this wick over here, but that's not taking it out. And by the time we get up there, this would drag down a little bit longer. As the weeks go by, this moves. Every weekly candle, this moves down. So we could be up there in 1 week. To be honest, it could be this week, could be next week. However, I need to see a weekly candle close above this and the 20 for a signal that we will continue up, because what we need to do is invalidate what could be happening over here, which is a death cross between the YEMA, the 200 moving average, as well as the 55 moving average over here, the orange one. If they cross over, that's a death cross. So again, another bearish signal. To invalidate that, you need to climb above all of this. So we need to actually close the weekly candles very soon. Before they cross over, we need to see price getting back above 25.8k. Without that, then of course they eventually will cross over. That could be a lagged indicator. You know, it could say a signal that, yeah, this is crossover, bear market complete, but usually it'll just mean, okay, this is the beginning of this longer term downtrend. Well, yeah, what I would say though, yeah, to flip everything bullish, we need to reclaim this. Now let's head over to the daily time frame over here for Bitcoin. So this was the double bottom we were talking about in last week's update. Down here, can you see it was a sort of an ascending triangle as well. We were waiting for this daily candle close above this price, 16.9k, and if so, we've got a target up here at 17.5. But if you remember, what I was telling you guys is that I think that this is resistance, and to be honest, we need to take out this wick right here. That's what we were talking about in the last week's update. This is where the FTX capitulation began, and this is where we of course dumped to and reaccumulated for about a month period before getting rejected over here, which is a signal of bearish continuation. However, you can see you broke above the 55, you went straight back under it. That's of course the signal. We've run into the golden pocket, which is the Fib retracement tool. This over here is called the Fibonacci retracement tool, and you measure a big push and it signals where it's going to pull back to before continuation of the trend. So we went down, we're pulling back to the golden pocket. That's why I like to draw this gold box over here, and once we've retested that, we should expect continuation lower. It's just in the meantime, I was able to give you this potential head and shoulders pattern, and we're holding that neckline of support as support. So here's your left shoulder, your head over here, and your right shoulder. But with failing to close below, we formed this double bottom, which I signaled to you guys. But I was saying that I'm expecting this 55 EMA to act as resistance. This is what could actually stand in the way of us reaching this target up here. This is actually what I was saying in last week's update. So you're all caught up on that if you hadn't tuned in yet. Make sure you guys are liking this video. We're trying to get these videos to over 100 likes. If you see that they're not getting up there, please share the video, make other people aware of these over on Twitter or however you want to do so. And that would be really appreciated. Of course, we're almost at 5k subscribers. Subscribe, like, and comment, guys. Thank you. So over here, not only are we running into the 55, in the past I've spoken about this other EMA over here, the 69. So we need to be aware of this. Already, I've told you we need to break above this wick over here at 18,300. So we need to clear that, as well as this golden pocket 18.9k. So for me personally, although we're seeing these bullish patterns, look, even in last week's update, we spoke about this larger double bottom. I even made a Twitter post on it. But to be honest, guys, I do believe that this is key resistance. Before we see price above it, we need to anticipate we're just running into this area as resistance to eventually head lower. This is what we need to anticipate for now, because we're in this downtrend, and we've seen in the past that W patterns, although we're seeing a very small one down here and this larger one I've just drawn potentially playing out, we need to realize we're in a downtrend. In the past, we've seen a double bottom in the downtrend and it failed. So this was your neckline. You got above the neckline and instantly went back under it, and you lost your uptrending structure over here, and you went down. I was actually able to call this for you guys. I was able to tell you at about 40k, this is where I got out of crypto, started reinvesting back down here until the loss of the support, and then re-exited the market, waiting for either a bullish reclaim, clear flipping this into support, like this, taking out this high. Even once we get to 28k, if that is the case, you're going to get rejected there. Big dump. So yeah, you'd have to take profits if you were to re-enter, and this was the case. It's not really the case at the moment. That's not the expectation, although that's what this W pattern is giving us the hope of. We need to realize, look, very quickly, Twitter, Flip Bullish, YouTube, all your favorite YouTubers put in the gasping, but yeah, taking a selfie of them gasping and putting it in their in their thumbnail and writing, "I'm all in again into crypto." We need to be careful of these people. We need to be careful when we're seeing these sorts of this sentiment over such a small push up. Look, are we higher than this? No. Are we above the golden pocket? No. So why are people saying I'm all in already? We need to wait, guys. So even if we do validate this pattern, I've just shown you back in January to April last year, it did not actually pan out. And also, I've shown you on other alts, I think it was Quant last week, where we can actually head to the 786 and still come back lower. So what we need to do for the bullish scenario to actually start to head back higher, as I've just drawn, more detailed one is break above this golden pocket over here, flip in support and take out the 786. The 786 is resistance. It's where we formed this bullish cross that eventually failed, and the FTX capitulation pushed us below where the bullish cross, where we just began this uptrend. So we need to reclaim that and take out where the FTX capitulation began. So I need to see price above 21.5k. Until then, my expectation is any pump up, even with these bullish patterns forming, they are eventually going to roll over. And you might not even get to validate this larger W. We need to see the reaction first in the next coming days. So today is going to be key. Are we going to close above 17.2k? Because if so, we've got a target to 17.4 over here at the 69. This is another EMA we have to worry about that might not allow us to get to our final target, 17.59. Yeah, around there, out of this double bottom down here. By the time we get up there, if we're flipping things into support and we're heading up and we're breaking out of this larger double bottom, our target is 20k psychological level. It was where we flipped bullish, so expect it to be key resistance as it's never been tested. So this is where you'd have to expect a dump if we get up there. But yeah, my view is that we've got, first of all, key resistance at 17.6k, which we are yet to retest. That is the target out of this double bottom over here. So I am expecting a rejection from there. So if you were in this bullish trade out of this double bottom, which I gave you last week, then please do consider taking profit when we're coming to the daily candle close of this. If we're closing above the orange line, brilliant. We're going to head towards this. But again, this might stop us from getting to the target. This is where you might want to close off. If we're already getting bearish signs over here tonight, let's say in 9.5 hours time, if we're closing below 17.18, whatever this actually is, let's check for you. 17,183. See, if you see price below that in 9.5 hours, then of course, yeah, we're coming back down to the 20. We would need to hold this as support to go again, guys, to go again. But we could come down and lose this all. So a close below the orange line would signal we're trapped between these two price points, 16.8, 17.2. Close above this, would signal a pump towards this. We're going to try and get to the target. This might not allow us. We need to wait for tomorrow's daily candle close. So that is what's going to happen with today's candle. You need to wait for the daily candle close. The moment it closes, you can then decide. So if we're closing below this, that's a decision you can make, whether you want to take a short back down to here because this is your support, or you can just leave it, wait to see if it's catching support here, then look for a buy. Just as simple as that. If we're closing above this and you're already in this double bottom trade from last week, which I gave you, brilliant. Just hold and wait to see if we're going to continue to this. But yeah, if we're seeing weakness with tomorrow's daily candle close, which I'll just update you guys, don't worry about that. Yeah, we'll just update you guys on that. If we're seeing weakness here, then yeah, that could be the time, okay, maybe we should take profits on this double bottom trade, because again, in the past, we got above the 55 over here, head to the 69, got rejected, got pushed back under all of these. Maybe we're just creating this double bottom to retest that to continue lower. Let's see. We're going to be here step by step, but I wouldn't get too excited right now, although yes, we are seeing a lot of bullish patterns forming. The alts going up faster than Bitcoin, of course, because if Bitcoin is technically bullish in the short term, as we see with this higher low over here, then of course this is going to allow alts to go up, because if Bitcoin is technically short-term bullish, alts should be too, and alts go up more than Bitcoin. So let's see what is going to go over tonight. But again, it's always about the daily candle close on this channel. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow. Tune into my other altcoin videos that I'll be releasing today. Become a member of the channel. Check out those memberships if you want early access to videos. If you want to be part of my Discord group chat, where there's more exclusive content, also videos and just more personal thoughts on the market, yeah, what I'm currently doing, then of course that's all available through my education, which is again discounted if you want to message me over my Twitter. The link to all of that is underneath this video. Head over to my Twitter where you can private message me, and I'll catch you guys in the Discord very soon. Peace.